Men fall in love with you when you put them through the process of limbic resonance, and that's when they begin to release vasopressin for you and bond with you for a lifetime. If you don't know anything about limbic resonance, you're going to struggle to make a man release vasopressin because it's not what you directly do that makes a man release vasopressin, which I've explained on my vasopressin course on my website. It's the process and the actions that you put him through and that you do to him, which is limbic resonance, which then makes his brain think, okay, I want to secure this bond, so now I'm going to release vasopressin, the hormone that makes him fall in love with you. Okay, a funny example of limbic resonance would be when you're all thinking the same thing. So imagine if you go out with your friends and you're in the club, and then some guy comes over to you and he's trying to flirt with you, but he's completely below your league. He's not giving a baddie, he's giving saddie. You and all of your friends look at each other in the eyes. You don't have to say anything, but you're all thinking the same thing. Your brains are literally in sync with one another. And without realizing, this creates trust within the friendship group because you know the friendship is real because you all know that you're thinking the same things at the same time in certain situations. You can replicate this with a man. You can be on the same wavelength with a man. This is why it's so important to actually date secure men and men that you have things in common with, and not just men who are going to help you out with something. You need to date men that you have a connection with. That's when men release vasopressin for you. When you put a man through the process of limbic resonance, he's going to start looking at you like you're his twin flame. He's going to think, wow, we have a really powerful connection, and I've never experienced this with anyone else that I've dated. They clearly are different. They're standing out from the rest. What you have to be careful of is that he doesn't get too overwhelmed with the connection. That's why you, like I said, always date a secure man, because if you're dating avoidant men, they're going to experience the magic of the relationship, and then they're going to think, all right, but this is too soon, this is too sudden, so I need to back out. So they're going to be so close to you, and then all of a sudden, they're going to leave you ghosted. But when you're dating a secure man, he's going to be thinking, we really are on the same wavelength. Our brains are in sync with one another. You'll often find that you have limbic resonance with one another when you're constantly finding excuses to be with each other. If you enjoy each other's company, that's a great sign that your body's emotions are in sync. Some people get confused and they think, okay, but why do I need to learn about limbic resonance? Well, because when a guy and a girl experience limbic resonance, their body then looks at that person that they're experiencing it with and they think, I can trust this person. And then their actual human brain says, okay, it's time to release chemicals because I have so much in common with this person. I can clearly trust them. So now I'm going to release vasopressin or oxytocin. I talk about this all in my vasopressin course on my website and in my limbic resonance course on my website.